guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Bailey. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, follow me on Instagram, you know, do all that good stuff. But in today's video, I got a lot of requests to do this type of video or even just like answer these questions on Instagram. So we're gonna do a fitness Q&A and I'm gonna answer a bunch of questions for y'all. I did the questions on Instagram, so if you ever want to participate in something like this, follow me at Instagram at BaileyMStewart. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I got a ton of like questions on Instagram. I might not be able to do them all just because there's a lot, and I'm not trying to have this video be like 30 minutes because I can ramble. So I'm just gonna pick like the main ones or the best ones, and yeah. Okay, do you count your calorie intake? If so, what method do you use? So I used to use FitnessPal. I used to do it every day. Now I kind of just do intuitive eating, I guess is what it's called. I'm not as crazy as I used to be, just because it's exhausting. Like honestly, you freak out about, do I have enough protein? Did I hit my calorie goal? You know, and you also kind of learn to like make out how many calories roughly the meal will be once you do it for a certain amount of time, you know. And I'm just not as crazy about it anymore. Some people really like to do it. Like if you're trying to lose weight, it's definitely a good tool to use to make sure you're under that calorie intake. If you are like really trying to gain weight, it is good to use FitnessPal to make sure you're hitting your goal. But once you do it for a certain amount of time, if you're eating the same things all the time, like me, I mean, I do switch it up occasionally, but you just kind of know, well, if I eat this all the time, it's the same amount of calories, so you just get the estimate. Don't let it control you. I let it control me, and so that's why I kind of steered away from it. You know, I used to make sure I hit my my protein intake every day. That's not, I mean, I didn't even focus on the carbs or the fat. It was the protein I was so like crazy about. I had to eat my body weight in protein, and I just felt like crap all the time. So I just kind of, you know, I eat what I eat. I try and make sure my meals have a lot of protein in it. And yeah, you know, don't get so stressed or caught up in the amount of calorie, you know, on the app, you know. What's the best way to grow calves? I don't know, you tell me. I train them and I don't see a difference. It's honestly, calves are very tricky. It's mainly genetics. Yeah, I have baby calves. They're pathetic. I'm trying to grow them because I love the look of like big calves. It just makes you look thicker. So how many days do you train bum? I used to train it 3 to 4. I'm not gonna lie, like I was doing it all the time, and then it got to the point where like I started getting heavier and realizing you shouldn't be training your glutes that much. So now I only do 2. Honestly, I'm too sore to fit in a 3rd day most of the time, but if I can, I'll do like light weights and resistance band type stuff for the 3rd day. But yeah, definitely don't overtrain your glutes. It'll hinder you. You know, you might think, oh, I'm training my glutes all the time, it's gonna grow faster. It's just gonna hinder the progress, so don't do it. Best exercises for glutes. So for the glutes, I always do hip thrusts. Glute bridges are good too. Squats are more quad dominant, so that's not really best. But I mean, for overall leg and glute growth, definitely just focus on your compound movements. RDLs, hip thrusts, glute bridges, squats, sumo deadlifts. How tall am I? I am 5'4". Yeah, people think I'm tall. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm short. And then, are you releasing a glute guide? I am. I'm currently working on it. I am also going to be getting my personal training license. It'll be an 8-week glute guide, tells you all the leg days, and then I think I'm going to be doing like where you get access to a private Instagram that has how to do all the workouts, food ideas, tips, nutrition, you know, stuff like that. And then obviously you'll be able to talk to me, ask me any questions. So yeah. What's your cardio routine? What? I used to be really good about cardio. I would do HIIT twice a week, once a week, and now I don't do cardio at all. So I don't really have a cardio routine right now. if I were to get back to it, it would be HIIT. I really enjoy it. I would do hill sprints in a park somewhere, and HIIT is definitely better than just walking on a treadmill or running on a treadmill. It's high intensity interval training. Definitely recommend that. The benefit of high intensity interval training is your heart rate is like up, down, up. So it's like you're burning more calories a lot faster than just walking or jogging on a treadmill. So I would definitely look into that. And there are different ways to do HIIT. It's not just hill sprints. I just prefer hill sprints. But right now I currently am not doing that. Favorite meals to gain. My favorite meals are definitely like spaghetti and meatballs, protein pasta. Dang, I'm like pulling a blank. Potatoes, high carbs, lots of protein. I really like carnitas in like a burrito style. It's so good. Oh, and I also really like, you put it in a pan, chicken, sweet potatoes like chopped up with rice, and then some broccoli, some sauce. That's really good. I eat that a lot. I don't really switch it up that much. I used to like salmon a lot, but I don't like the bones in it and I get really paranoid, so I don't eat salmon that much. Tuna, and then like Dave's Killer bread is really good with some broccoli, sweet potato, oatmeal, all that good stuff, eggs, bacon. I love grits. I could eat grits all day. I'm definitely not afraid of carbs, and I'm also not afraid of like cheat meals. I think that's really how I kind of balance it all out. I'm not scared to eat. So like if I want to eat it, I'm going to eat it. Maybe I won't eat it all the time, but I'm not going to like starve myself from it, because then I end up binging and it's not good. I remember when I was first getting into like fitness, I followed Grace Fit UK. And this is before I even started lifting. She was like the first person that was like, you know, you don't have to eat healthy all the time. You don't have to starve yourself. And like just seeing her meals and like how it was good food, stuff I would eat, definitely helped me, you know, relate to it more. And she was the first person that actually got me into lifting. Like, I mean, she didn't get me, but I watched her stuff and she made it look fun. I also bought every Gymshark outfit she had because she looked so good in it. And I was like, oh, I want to look like that. So yes, I'm obsessed with Grace Fit UK. I think it's not even her name anymore. It's Grace Beverly, but that's what it was back then. Do you work out every day? No. I used to do like 5 times a week. It was really good. I would throw an upper body at, you know, all that. But because of everything going on right now, I've been trying to limit my gym time because I have less exposure. So I do legs at gym. Sometimes I'll do upper body at home, but honestly I've gotten pretty lazy, so very limited recently. But doing upper body is not important. Like if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I used to be someone who only did legs, and now I do upper body. I just feel like it makes your waist look smaller. I like the toned arms. Yeah. Weight before and after fitness. I don't weigh myself, so I really wouldn't know. I was probably like 115. I don't know what I am now, honestly. Any booty growing tips? Don't be afraid to eat. And I mean that, like I was lifting for a long time and not really seeing much difference because I wasn't eating enough, so it just kind of like wasn't doing much. I was lifting all this but not helping to gain the booty because I wasn't eating. So definitely eating, don't be scared of carbs, resistance bands, and lifting heavy. You need heavy weights, progressive overload, to really grow your glutes. I mean, you might be able to tone it and perk it up just doing resistance band and body weight, but it's not going to grow the size you probably want. So don't be scared to lift. It's not going to make you look manly. It's not going to make you look bulky. If anything, lifting heavy speeds up your metabolism. So you're going to like not only shed fat, but grow muscle. Also, resistance band before you do it. Like if you're someone who you're trying to just focus on your glutes, if you're quad dominant, then definitely warm up your glutes with a resistance band, doing like donkey kicks, glute bridges, hip thrusts, all those other stuff. Doing those before your workouts will definitely activate your glutes, so your glutes are doing more of the work than your quads. Because I mean, if you're just sitting all day, your glutes are gonna be asleep, so you need to wake them up. So you get that. I'm someone who is glute dominant. Like even if I don't use a resistance band, I rarely feel it in my quads. I'm rarely sore. I'm always sore in my glutes. I mean, I guess for some people it's like, oh, that's good, but lately I've been trying to grow my quads, so it's kind of been a struggle. How long have you been training? Sorry, my phone's going off. I've been training since, okay, I graduated 2016, so I want to say 2017. I started off, I bought a barbell from like Walmart and weights and started doing stuff at home just because I was terrified to go into the gym. So I was doing, and then once like the 100 pounds was like too light, I was like, all right, I guess I gotta get a gym membership, because I knew how important progressive overload was. So I got a gym membership. And yeah, I mean, at first it is kind of scary going into the weight room. But you just kind of get over it. Like, nobody's staring at you. I mean, a lot of the cases, sometimes they are. But whatever. If you make a fool out about it, you know, laugh and then move on. I mean, that's all I can say. Don't let fear and other people, you know, stop your progress. I mean, I'm not going to lie, it is kind of... I was going to one gym, I had to stop just because it was ridiculous. You walk into the weight room and you get catcalled. It's disgusting. So definitely be picky about what gym you go to, and don't be scared to, like, I think most gyms you can try it out first, see how you like the gym, and then go from there. I think I got distracted. It takes a long time to make progress, especially since like probably the first 2 I'm still figuring stuff out and I wasn't eating enough, so that definitely hindered my growth and my progress. So now I'm currently in a caloric surplus, 3,000 calories. I'm bloated all the time, but I am slowly seeing some gains. It's about dang time. How much is your daily protein intake? I usually do my body weight in protein, or 0.5. I'm not crazy about it. If I miss it, oh well, you know, it is what it is. It's life. Do you train hammies for maximum thick or forego training them for the max booty pop? So when I first started, I was like, I'm not going to train quads. I'm not going to train my hamstrings. Although inevitably hamstrings I did train, but I was like, quads, because I wanted only my butt to grow so that I had that proportion where it was just like butt. I quickly got over that. I was like, I want big quads, you know. I feel like big quads make you look a lot thicker than just the bubble butt and small legs. I'm super insecure about my legs. I want them big, and they're not. So I definitely train quads. I definitely train my hamstrings. I feel like that's super important. I know people probably still think the way I did back then, where you just want to train your glutes so your glutes pop. I don't want big thighs, but big thighs look so good. It's like, you know, it just makes you look overall super thick. So I definitely wouldn't neglect your hamstrings and quads. It also helps your lifting. You know, you can go heavier if your legs are strong. So yes, hopefully that answered that. Something you wish you would have known when you first started. I guess how important doing quads was. I wouldn't, like I said, I wasn't doing quads. I was literally just doing glutes, and now like I'm so behind and I really want big quads. So I would have done quads back then. This question is, how do you get a huge booty and a tiny waist? I love you so much. You inspire me so much. Thank you. That's so sweet. I guess the main thing for maintaining like a tiny waist while trying to grow your glutes, the most important thing is eating clean. Now, I know it's hard. You can always have throw in like a cheat meal here and there. If you're gonna be in a caloric surplus, which you need to be in order to grow your glutes, eating more, but eating more clean food. Now obviously, regardless, you're gonna put on some weight because you're in a caloric surplus, but you won't put on as much fat in those like in your stomach area, if you eat like, you know, your chicken, your broccoli, your sweet potato, rice, eggs, oatmeal, stuff like that, rather than pizza, donuts, cookies. You know, that's the only tip. Regardless, you're gonna put on some weight, but it might not be as much if you're eating super clean. Also, cardio, maybe throw in a cardio day here and there. That way you get your cardio. I don't really do cardio, but I recommend it. You shouldn't be like me. You should definitely do cardio. It's also good for your heart, so I would definitely do that. I really live down the street from the gym. What motivates you to just get up and go? It's very hard. When I first started, I was excited for the gym. You know, I wanted to go, and now ever since this whole thing happened, I've been lacking motivation. But you know, you just kind of remember that, you know, you have goals, and in order to see them, you have to be consistent. So you just kind of have to get past that point and just make it a habit, a routine. You know, I go this day, so let me go. You know, obviously if you're sick or you're not feeling the best, you know, stay home, take a day off. It's not that big of a deal, but in order to see progress, you gotta go. So I mean, that's the main thing. Sometimes I'll be on Instagram scrolling and see some girl with a giant butt, and I'm just like, I want that. So then I get up and I go to the gym because I want that. I mean, that's all I have to say. Ever think about becoming a personal trainer? Oh, to the stars. To the stars, like celebs. I don't live in LA, so I don't think that would be possible, honestly. But personal training, yes, I have thought about it. I'm probably gonna end up doing online personal training so that I can, you know, be legit. So yeah. What's your booty goal? Be as big as possible. I can't gain. I want to try caloric surplus, but have such a small appetite. Any tips / suggestions? I am the exact same. I'm struggling with my caloric surplus just because I get nauseous very quick when I'm not and I'm very rarely hungry. So I think the main thing that's worked for me is making a big heavy protein shake. You know, adding stuff in it, peanut butter, granola, oats, banana, almond milk, stuff like that. Anyways, guys, that is all I can do right now. I'll definitely do an updated one, but my camera's dying, so thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Bailey and Stewart, and yes, thank you for asking me these questions, and ask me some more so I can do a part 2 when my camera's not dying. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.